Hi. How is everybody? Happy Monday. I'm tuning in real quick. I was going to show you how I made my broth, and then I made it. And I was like, I was going to show you, but I have a cool little spinny cup. I should show you. This is super fun. Can you see it? It spins it. So, tuning in from my bedroom, really in my closet, because my children are super loud. And we are working on homeschool, working on math. So as you're tuning in, happy Monday. Where are you tuning in from? Where are you tuning in from? And then number 2, what are you having for lunch? So the reason I like to share recipes, or the reason that I'll say, hey, what are you having for lunch? Or share what you're having below, is because it gives other people ideas, right? So right now we are rebooting. Not my kids, I am. And so I am drinking a French onion butter broth, just in some hot water. So this is what I'm having. It's like a soup or a broth, right? So for the reboot, you drink ketones in the morning, you drink electrolytes, you drink broth for lunch and dinner, and then you drink more ketones, and then you drink a lot of water. So it's like a reboot, like a faster cleanse, but I'm not eating, I'm drinking. But I want to know, if you're doing the reboot, awesome. How's it going? What questions do you have? If you are not, I want you to share what you're having for lunch. Are you having a burger with no bun? Is there a certain type of salad that you love? Do you kind of snack for lunch? Do you kind of just grab, some people are like, I just grab like a beef stick and a cheese stick and some veggies. And so other people can scroll through here. Is it okay to skip lunch but not skip dinner and breakfast? Okay, that's a good question. If you've got questions, I'll try to grab them as you go. So I want you to share what you're having for lunch so other people can scroll through and get some ideas, right? Sharing is caring. So I'm going to guess that you're asking me about intermittent fasting. How many people intermittent fast? Do you intermittent fast? Because if you do, then you're probably eating your first meal sometime right now. So that's a good question, and this is how I understand it. I'm not a doctor. I am a mom of 4 girls. We choose to homeschool. So for those of you who are like, what are you doing? Yes, we always homeschool. It is not easy. We love to do it. Usually somebody has tears throughout the day. It's okay. Like today with math. That's a whole nother story. But I will tell you this. I should take a drink. And I love this broth, by the way. I love it, and it's warm, and I have the French onion, and it's super good. So, but it's hot. Okay. Intermittent fasting, if you're brand new, is where you stop eating, like last night dinner, right? You stopped eating, and you go about 14 to 16 hours. Some people go longer. I think they would say like try to go 16 hours, 14 to 16 hours to the next day usually takes you to about lunchtime. So your body rests, it resets, it processes all of your food. And so it's usually, I mean, most of the time you should be in ketosis. Your body is using your stored fat as fuel. Not everybody goes into ketosis as easy as other people, just so you know. So some of you might go, well, I'm under 20 carbs a day, I should be in ketosis. It doesn't mean that you are. So there's lots of variables to the lifestyle, right? Oh, it's so good. Shauna, she's like, I'm drinking the French onion too. Me too. So here's what I would say. So that somebody said, can I just have a supper and a breakfast and skip lunch? If that's what you want to do and you're not hungry, go for it. You don't have to eat. Like, do you guys remember when there was so much forcefulness? When I was younger, it was like, you have to eat 6 meals a day. You have to eat every 2 hours. You have to eat to reset your metabolism. Most of the time, people are like shoving food in their face and you overeat. If you're not hungry, you don't have to eat. Yes, you need to eat food, but we don't need to eat the amount of food that we were told in the past or that we think that we need, or even the portions that we create, right? So if you decide that you're going to eat breakfast and then not eat till supper and you're not hungry, you're fine, right? Make sure you're drinking water. If your goal is ketosis or low carb, if you get a headache or if you have leg cramps, you're going to need some electrolytes. But if you're not, or like most people think a lunch has to be like a meal. If you're eating breakfast and you're eating dinner, your lunch might look like a handful of almonds or maybe a cheese stick or just some veggies and dip. Remember, a lunch doesn't have to be a massive plate of food. If you're trying to intermittent fast in that time frame, I don't think you would get 14 hours between breakfast and supper. So I guess it depends on what time you eat, right? So it's up to you. But intermittent fasting would be 14 to 16 hours in your time frame, in your window that worked for you. Right now, so for those of you who are asking, where did I get the broth? It's in a kit, and thousands of us are doing a reboot right now. So it comes in a box. I don't have the box with me. It's pointing out to my loud kitchen with all the kids. So if you want to do the reboot with us next time, you can actually either grab a box of broth. We have a couple, we might be out of this one. This one's my favorite. It's in our reboot. But if you want to know more about the reboot, just post reboot below. You can grab it until Wednesday, and then it'll be gone until February 1st. So it's in the reboot kit along with the ketones, along with the electrolytes. I'll see if there's some on the website too. If you just want to know more about the broth, just send me a private message and I'll chat with you about that too. So, hey, there's a lot of people doing the reboot. So make sure that you're in the reboot private group, because I'll talk to you here, but you also should be in there with all of the coaching. So I'm going to be the coach on Wednesday. We have other coaches coaching you every few hours. Here's my little friend Ranger, who probably wants to try my broth. So again, how was your Monday? Mindset. Remember, if you're like, oh, it's Monday, that's going to be your day. Your day is going to be like this. Ugh. But if you're like, yes, I'm alive, I'm breathing, and I get to live on this wonderful Monday, you're going to have a day like this. Right? Perspective. So I wanted to hop on here because I wanted to check in on the rebooters to see how you're doing. Make sure you're in the reboot group. We already had some coaches today. You'll have some more later on today. Just to go, it's your mindset, right? We're making sure that we don't fall into the habit of eating out of habit, eating out of emotions, eating because we're bored or emotional, or because we're in the kitchen, or you're maybe at the office and there's food in the employee lounge and you really should go eat it because you just want to, but you're not hungry, so you're not going to. Also, you could check in right now. So some of you are doing the 30-day check-in. I will have to do a live tonight because I haven't drawn the names yet. So I'll come back on later this evening and we'll do some prizes. So hop on, and you're checking in. Today's day 18, right? So how in the world is already day 18 in January? What's going on here? So I just wanted to come on, check in. If you have any questions and you post them below, I'll come back and answer them. You can always private message me. So somebody just says, not sure what to eat on keto. I have a foods list. If you want that, just post food below and I'll show you how we started. So I'll give you kind of a basic video of what we did to start. We took it one day at a time, one meal at a time. So I can give that to you for those of you who asked for the foods list. And if you want information on the reboot, go to KetoMOMReboot.com or post reboot. Some of you are asking. All one word. KetoMOM Reboot, REBUUTOOT, reboot. KetoMOMReboot.com. Congratulations on doing well so far, Michelle. Make sure if you've got questions, private message me. Otherwise, if you're like, no way I'm going to reboot. Like, no way, Jose. There's no way I can eat for 60 hours. I will get you on the reboot page. If you already have your reboot, you can be on the reboot page. So private message me and I'll get you the link. We have a really cool 10-day challenge as well. So if you just need something to help you get started, that is just working on intermittent fasting, low carb meals, which will help you, and drinking ketones once or twice a day. So there's a cool challenge kit, has a variety of flavors. There's lots of ways that we can help kickstart you to get you started. So if you posted the foods list, which I see lots of people, I'll send you that. It comes with a little video about how we started 6 years ago, right? One day at a time, one meal at a time. How are you feeling? Shortening or smaller portions. So all of that we'll give to you. And then for the reboot, I'll get you the reboot link. Otherwise, share your information below as far as your meals so that other people can go on and learn. I will tell you, we eat super simple. So I share lots of recipes here. A lot of my friends make recipes and we share them together, so they're not all my recipes, but they're ones that they created. A lot of my friends are like me. They do not keep track of almost everybody drinks ketones, but a lot of them that make recipes use keto or low carb ingredients, and they do the best they can with their food. They're not strict keto, but they're low carb, right? Or like as keto as they can be, but they might not be as strict. So when I'm sharing recipes and I might not have the fat grams or the carb grams, it's because we're all just throwing things in a pan and making it up and then giving you a recipe that somebody created. My friend Mandy makes great recipes, and my friend Jessica, and another Mandy, and my friend Liz, who's in the Philippines. She's probably on here. So for those of you who are like, where did you get this recipe? Most of the time we're dumping and pouring and tasting and dumping and creating and giving it to you. If you need to have all the calculations, you're going to have to go to Pinterest and find a recipe that has calculations. But the goal is to be able to get to where you can make a meal and not have to overthink it and not be so consumed with tracking everything, but eating better for the rest of your life, right? Like this isn't meant to be feeling like you can't eat anything, but choosing better options. For those of you who are asking if you can drink anything else on the reboot, so I'm doing the reboot, right? It involves drinking ketones and the broth. If you want to know more about just the ketones, somebody said, what is a ketone drink? Post 5 in the comments, because I'll show you some videos that go, why do I drink ketones, which I have for almost 6 years. What do? They put ketones in your system. Your body can make them or you can drink them. And so it's a helper, not a magic pill. They would say if it's not in the kit, don't drink it. But there are lots of people that do drink coffee or tea with nothing in it, right? No cream, no added sugar, anything. So it's really your preference. So, and then, like for example, the ketones that I drink, you really should not go and have the keto flu because it gives you the ketones. So you drink it's a powder, you put it in water, similar to this, and it puts you in ketosis. So it gives you the energy, the focus, the appetite control, which is huge, helps you with your mood and your sleep and all of those benefits, right? And then you work on your food. Some people don't want to go super strict right away, nor do they have time to track everything. So I'll send you some info and videos to watch. Just post 5 in the comments. It probably smells really good, huh? Otherwise, I will come back and do another live and be doing a drawing for some winners. And that's it. So continue to ask questions below. I got to go do some more school. Ranger says bye. Say bye, right? And that's it. So we'll talk to you soon. Have a great afternoon.